Hey there, fellow fantasy football freaks. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Actually, 15 minutes late. It's gonna be kind of a quick show this time. Sorry, I'm like I said, sorry I'm late. Technical difficulties. I'm setting up here in Levi Stadium. Hey, I know my game for my team. I know we're playing, in Philadelphia, but I'm a Niners fan, so I'm here in my home to watch the fucking Eagles get taken down by the Niners this week. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But let's talk about fantasy, shall we? Hey, good to see you all here. We're gonna, do the quick pour. We're gonna smoke. We're gonna do all the normal shit. We're gonna cram an entire hour show into like 30, 40 minutes, all right? Are you ready? Because it's gonna be a tour de fucking force. So let's fucking do this shit. Let's get started. Don, good morning. Hey, Ty. Hey, what's up, Don? Good to see you this morning. Ryan, hashtag TyRant Gang, what's up? Hey, what's up to you, Ryan? Good to see you this morning, too, my man. Matt, what's up, peeps? Hashtag TyRant Gang. OG, that's right, man. You're one of the OGs. I know that. It's all good. Good to see you. Lamar is like, where the fuck is this guy? You're supposed to be here like fucking 15 minutes ago. Where is this motherfucker? I'm right here. All right? Hey, like I said, we had some technical issues. I apologize for that. I'm starting 15 minutes late, but I got all my info. I got everything ready to go. I don't have a lot of sleep because I got so many things that I got working on that I'm doing. I've been up studying this shit to make sure that I have the best information for you so you can start the best players for your team so you can do what you need to do to make the playoffs. Hey, it's playoff crunch time. We need to fucking put up the best effort that we can. And it's not going to be just starting your studs every week because there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot, we got, big buy Mageddon this week. There's a lot of injuries to cover, things like that. So we're going to cover all of that. A lot of you are in here and you left because I didn't show up on time. And that's my fault. I apologize for that. So anyway, Harpreet Singh, what's up, TyRant Gang? Hopefully you're still here. You come back, Mr. Singh. Good to see you this morning. Let's see. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna answer a few of your questions here, and then I'm just gonna go right into the info, man. What's up, Alejandro? Is it on? It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Again, for those of you coming back in, I apologize for being late. Technical issues, shit happens. I'm a one-man show. What can I say? I'm doing this remote from Levi Stadium, which is going to be empty today, but it doesn't matter because I'm here and I'm going to watch my Niners kick the shit out of the Eagles. I know it might be, Homer hopes there, but I think they're capable. All right. So anyway, Matt's like, not yet. Dang it. Where is he? What the fuck? Bring it on. There he is. Yeah, there I am. TyRant Gang, yeah, what's up, Erica? Good to see you this morning. That smile always lights me up. I had a dream. Okay, it's weird. I had a dream that it was like some weird kind of like Armageddon thing, and we're all being like grouped up depending on where we are in the Pacific Northwest. People, we're all grouped up, and we're all trying to fucking find a place to go, like some kind of weird, a Walking Dead kind of situation, and like I ran into you, Erica, and you were smiling at me. I'm like, I know who you are based on that smile. What's up? Good to see you. We're in this Armageddon thing together. Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't you want the tyrant on your side? Hey, I've got fucking zombie killing shit. I got swords. I got weapons, all kind of shit. You want me on your side during your Armageddon. Speaking of Armageddon, it's Bimageddon. So let's give you some information. Let's get you some sleepers, some people that are gonna help you out this week when you got all those guys sitting on your bench. All right. Yeah, good to see you this morning. Cheers this morning. Happy 420, Matt. My buddy above said he heard Purdy's 50-50. You heard anything about this shit? We'll get into that. We've got injury updates we're going to get into. We're just going to go hardcore into this shit this morning. I'm going to answer the few questions that are here. Then I'm going to go into my shit, answer more questions, etc., etc. But first, before we do all that, hey, happy 420. Now, this was supposed to be a birthday show for me. My birthday's actually in a few days. I'm turning 42. Who gives a fuck? Go to work, bastard. 42. Who gives a shit? Unless you're a Douglas Adams fan, 42 don't mean shit. But for those of you who are Douglas Adams fan, that's right. 42. Yeah. Meaning of life, meaning of the universe. It's about to happen for this guy. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, it was, I was going to do a birthday show, but then a lot of people canceled, and I couldn't get certain people, things like that. Once this show's back up and running like it used to, a weekly show, it's going to be a lot more popular again. I'll be able to get those guests to actually fucking commit, shit like that. I get it. I've dropped off a little bit. I told you all I'm pulling back until I can go full on forward. But you know what? Hey, I'm still here to help you out. Still here to answer your questions and help you get to the fucking playoffs and beyond. All right. So let's get started. So, first of all, let's see. Happy Cake Day, bro. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. I hope your 49ers beat the shit out of the Sheagles. Hey, that's how it is. You're a Cowboys fan. The one time you're going to cheer on the Niners is when we're facing those Sheagles. That's right. I vaguely remember being 42 so long ago. Don, you don't look a day over 40, all right? So you're doing good. You're doing good. All right, we got some questions here, and I'm going to get to those here in just a moment. What's up, Jeremy? How's it going? Hopefully you're still here. You didn't leave. All right, so like I said, we're going to get to all that shit. But let's start out how we normally do. First of all, every year for my birthday, I get my favorite weed, and this is no different. Blue City Diesel. If you know it, you love it, let me know. Also known as Blue Diesel, Blue NYC Diesel, etc. Blue City Diesel. Best shit out there. It's not like the strongest gonna fucking knock you on your ass shit, but my God, it takes care of everything. It takes care of the pain, takes care of anxiety, takes care of all your woes, makes you feel wonderful. Holy fuck, watching football on this shit is like heaven, dude. Love it. Blue City Diesel for y'all. Oh, yeah, that's right. Got to keep this shit energized or I'm going to fall asleep. All right. That's how it is. Yeah. Don't need the cocaine. That's all right. Don't need it. I got 100% TyRant energy. Hey, that's good enough on a fantasy football day such as today. Biggest game of the season, Niners and Eagles. Can't wait. Can't wait. Good morning. Good morning, Lamara. Good to see you. Blue City Diesel is the bomb. Damn right, Matt. My favorite all-time strain. It's hard to come by because it doesn't flower a lot, but I mean, it's got all the terpenes I need. It's just basically everything that I need, want, and desire in a weed, in bud. That's what this has. It doesn't. I mean, I have other ones that can hit you hard, ones that knock you into the fucking couch lock shit. Yeah, but this stuff helps you be creative. And boy, oh boy, when you smoke this shit, you just love fucking everything you're doing. It makes the things you get into even better. It's good stuff. Blue City Diesel, my all-time favorite. Here we go. I'll get another one for you. There you go. All right. So, morning pour, birthday beer, breakfast beer. Here we go. 42, not a big whoop, but next season I want to have a show, a birthday show. So anyway, Rose Red, go Niners. Good to see you this morning, Rose. I agree. That's a terrible pour. I'm sorry. I'm not a fucking bartender. I ain't a professional. I need some coffee. Let's get this going. I just logged back in. Did you answer my question? I didn't answer any questions yet because I was late and I'm letting people come back in. We're doing the morning pour. We're doing the morning smoke. And then we're getting fucking going, everyone. There we go. Happy name day, bro. Sure, let's go with that. I like that. That's fine. You like the beard? Yeah, I grew this shit, of course, for, the November, that kind of thing. donated some money to the men's health stuff. I should do more of that. I did it my first year that I did this. I did a men's health thing, but no one really paid attention. I'll try it again next year. But anyway, so yeah, thanks. It's 42, right? It's not a big deal. All right. So, good morning. If you didn't see it, it's Blue Moon. Blue Moon. I saw you standing alone without a dream in your heart. Anyway, enough of my crooning this morning. Blue Moon, good shit. I don't need the orange. I don't need fruit in my fucking beer. Blue Moon's fine on its own. All right, good breakfast beer though. In fact, the orange might actually be good to go with it as a breakfast beer, but I don't fucking care. Don't need fruit in my beer. One more hit, and then we're gonna fucking answer questions and get into this shit because we got tinkering and stinkering to do. All right, I'm gonna answer a few questions, get into my shit, come back to questions, go into the injury and weather reports, and then get the fuck out. All right, love you all. Thanks for coming. Happy birthday, man. Too many more. How many is too many? If I get like another 50 more, that might be too many. I don't know. Thanks, bro. All right, I'm going to go back up to the questions here. Since you were so patient, Lamara, I'm going to answer your question. I got Debo, Kirk, Thielen, Cup, Higgins, Jameson. I need 3 of them. I'm staying at scoring. Oh, yeah. Well, I like me some Christian Kirk. I think he's always a good option. I think Kirk's one of those guys, honestly. I mean, unless you got like a lot of really good options at wide receiver, I think I'm kind of locking Kirk in every week. And honestly, same with Debo. With Debo fully healthy, a lot of people will have Ayuk, and they've been doing this year after year. They're putting Ayuk over Debo, and when they're both in there, honestly, it's like a 50-50 shot. I think if you're going to start Ayuk, you're starting Debo. Excuse me. Ayuk, Debo, CMC. They're going to get, and Kittle, they're all going to get some. This is going to be a big, major game. This is going to be a big barn burner, like just the whatever. I don't even know what the over is on the score, but I'm taking the over on the score in this game. Okay, it's going to be big. The 49ers are pissed off at last season when they, lost all their quarterbacks in one fucking game that they could have had if they had their quarterbacks. Injuries just fucking killed them against the Eagles in the playoffs last year. And they're looking for revenge. Debo Samuel has had this game circled since the day it fucking came out, since the day we got the schedule. I ain't sitting Debo. Well, I'll start Debo over fucking Jamar Chase, for God's sake. All right, maybe that's a little crazy, but not so much. Think about it. Debo Samuel, that's a big start for me this week. Debo, Kirk, and then it comes between Thielen, Cup, and Higgins. I'm not starting Higgins with Browning out there. Higgins wasn't even doing all that much with Burrow out there. So with Browning, I don't know. He's injured. He's coming back. Give him a week. Let's see what they do with him. Jameson, it's nothing until we see anything happen. So really, at the third spot, that's between Thielen and Cup. The thing is, it isn't even really like, because so before it's like, okay, between Puka and Cup, who's getting it? Neither one of the if one of them is missing, the other one's a superstar, right? And we thought with Cup coming back, okay, well, Puka goes back a bit and Cup takes. No, it hasn't been the case. It's been kind of like no one's getting any. Like fucking, I don't know. It's like dating a girl who's got 2 boyfriends. You think you're all gonna get some, but no one's getting any. Fuck it. She's tired. Anyway, that's a terrible analogy. I don't know. It's not that bad, actually. If those of you who have been in like poly relationships, I'm sure you understand. How are we getting into that here? Like I said, we got a fucking show to do. We got to move this shit along. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just taking a look at some information here. I want to make sure I have everything right. Personally, I'm going to go Thielen. I mean, it's really super close. It's really, really close for me. It's just, I mean, I know it sounds crazy almost to start Thielen over Cup, but with what's been trending recently. Okay, yeah, last week Thielen had a terrible, terrible outing. He's gonna bounce back this week. Cup, it's been more consistent that it was recently anyway. It's been more consistent that Cup ain't done shit. Let's look at his totals here over the past 5 starts. Okay, past 5 starts. 6.9 fantasy points, 6.1 fantasy points, 6.8 fantasy points, 2.1 and 4.8. And no, that ain't standard. That's PPR. All right. Yeah. It's been hard. And this week he's got probably the worst matchup ever. So yeah, I'm gonna sit in him. I like Thielen this week. Good question. But I'm going with those first 3: Debo, Kirk, Thielen. All right. Let's move along here. What do we got? Non PPR, so standard. Thielen, Judy, Dotson, Samuel. Pick one. I'm gonna guess that's Deontay Johnson. Yeah, I'm going Thielen. I'm just going Thielen. I mean, I know last week was like a shit week for him, but I think that's like an anomaly. I think that he's proven that he's someone that you're gonna want to start most weeks. I'm not letting one bad week deter anything. Happy early birthday, Tyrant. Thank you, Luis. Should I flex Downs or Jaden Reed? I like Downs a lot this week. Here's the thing with the Green Bay wide receivers is like any of those 3 guys, Dobbs, Watson, Reed, any of those 3 guys can hit it. But which of the 3 is it going to be? Is it going to be each of them are going to get 10 fantasy points and kind of be worthless? Not completely worthless, but not exactly going to pump my nads for 10 fucking points. Or, one of them might hit 20, but who's it going to be? We don't know week to week. Hard to tell right now. I like the way that offense is working in general. If one of those guys can like emerge as a top dude, excuse me, I'm going to stick with them. But the way it's going right now, I really like Downs. Downs has proven himself to be the number 2 wide receiver for the Colts. And, it's kind of like a Nico Collins, Tank Dell situation. Some weeks, Downs is even the one over Pittman. And on top of that, similar situation to Tank Dell, where the new rookie quarterback is the guy who asked for Downs to come in. Just like Stroud asked for Tank. He wanted Tank. He got his guy. Anthony Richardson got his guy. Well, of course, Anthony Richardson ain't starting, but because of that, because of the bringing him in like that, it's made it to where Downs, has a permanent role as the wide receiver 2 in that offense. We all thought Pierce was going to be something coming in. He was showing us some shit last year, but he just hasn't been the guy. It's been Downs. It's a really good week for him this week. Let's see. Let me take a look at something here. I really like Downs as a play this week just because of matchup. I'm not just because of matchup, but matchup is a big part of it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring up some information and I'm getting some issues here. Bear with me just a minute. Let me check on something. He hasn't been lighting things up the last few weeks, but last week he had 13 targets. Now he only caught 5 of them. All right. But, 13 targets is huge. And if he gets 13 targets again against the Tennessee defense, who, let's face it, they ain't shit. Especially against wide receivers. They're giving up the 6th most fantasy points to wide receivers this season. I think Downs could be in for a really big week this week. 13 targets ties with Michael Pittman last week. All right. So he's getting the same amount of targets. I think that he's going to be catching them more this week. I think that the attention's going to be on Pittman this week, and Downs is going to get opened up. I really like Downs this week. I swear I missed one. I'll get yours, Erica. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any here. No, maybe I didn't. All right, good. Mexican. Yeah, there you go. Mexican. That's great. I'm not going to go racist with it. Don't worry. Mixon, Cup, or Ford. I'm kind of worried about Cup. This is even in PPR. I want to go something more solid, so I want to go with one of the running backs there. And I don't really love. I don't really love Mixon's matchup, but his usage over Ford. Let me look at something here. It's not a terrible matchup for Mixon. It's not the greatest either. Just because I think that the Jaguars are playing a lot better. The defense has been playing better. The offense has been playing better. I think they're going to need to score more points. I think that with Browning in there, that offense is, of course, not as good as, when Burrow's in there. I think it's getting a little bit better. Browning's not complete shit. He's no Tim Boyle, all right? So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stick with Mixon on that one. Just barely over Ford though. Crazy week this week. I agree, Jose. Good to see you. 12-team PPR start 3. Kamara, Kyron Williams, ETN, Zach Moss. Truly have no idea this week. I'm going to surprise you. I like Kamara. I like ETN. I like Zach Moss. I'm sitting Kyron Williams. What? You serious? Yeah, I know. It's because those are all pretty good options. And when you have a lot of really good options like that, you end up sitting some guys you're not really thinking about sitting, that you would normally wouldn't sit. So in this week, so Kamara, obviously, I have him ranked as my number 2 running back this week. So of course I'm starting him. Kyron Williams, oh man. It's just not a great matchup. I like ETN over him. And I have Zach Moss. Earlier in the week, I had Kyron Williams over Zach Moss. I think I like to flip those two this week or at this point today. It changes every day. I've been doing a lot of research. So I like Zach Moss just barely over Kyron Williams. All right. PPR. That's another good reason too. Let me look at something here. Yeah. Sorry. We've seen what Moss has done when JT is out. Dude's on fire. I don't think PPR is going to make that much of a difference between the two. I mean, I think Kyron Williams is probably going to get a little bit more there. It's really fucking close. It's really close, but if you super ass need the upside, go Kyron Williams. If you want to play it safe, go Moss. Otherwise, I'm definitely starting Kamara and ETN. Worried about going to the playoffs with Baker. I don't think there's some good streamers left. And is it silly to pick up Aaron Rodgers? If you have an IR spot, I'd do it. I don't know if you're ever going to use him, but may as well use up the IR spot if you have him. And yeah, I'm not really trusting Baker going into the playoffs. What other options do you have? Who else is out there? Let me know, because yeah, I certainly wouldn't go that. So you say start Purdy over Herbert, then Ingram or McBride, and Collins, Olave, Sit, Johnson, all PPR. Did I say start him over Herbert? I don't know if I did. But yeah, I do. Oh, screwed up something there. Sorry, I'm looking at some old information. No, I actually. Oh fuck, yeah, it's just a error. No, so I do like Brock Purdy over Herbert this week, just because I think there's going to be a lot of scoring in that game. There has to be. And what else? What else they can? Of course, of course, they can have CMC run all day, and I'm sure they will. But there's also going to be a lot of checkdowns to him. There's going to be a lot of screens to him. There's going to be a lot of screens and checkdowns and things to Debo. He's going to be passing the ball to Riddle. To Kittle, to Ayuk. So, he's going to be, the ball's going to be going all around. I like Purdy over Herbert this week. Part of the other reason for that is, let me bring it up here. Is Herbert's matchup with New England. I like that to be a Zeke Elliott game, or not Zeke Elliott. Oh my God, Austin Eckler game. Wrong side of the ball. Austin Eckler, I think, is going to have a great game. Herbert, I don't think he's going to need to. They're not going to need him to win this game. And Patriots aren't really allowing very much points in general, let alone from the quarterback position. Thanks, bro, says Harpreet Singh. So yeah, I do like that. Ingram or McBride. Man, I've been going back and forth between them because I've actually had that question come up a few times, believe it or not just from you, but from others. And I've had to look at that one myself. It's really, I have McBride ranked number 4. I have Ingram ranked number 5. So do with that what you will. However, I think that with what Pittsburgh gives up to tight ends, I really like McBride this week. I think it's kind of McBride, and I have another guy there that I really like too. Jesus Christ, I'm looking at the time, and we better get going. So, yeah, I really like McBride over Ingram. It's barely, but Collins, Olave. Yeah, yep, Sit Johnson. I like that. I'd start Collins and Olave, Sit Johnson. I like the pass. I would go Olave, Collins, Johnson. All right. There you go. Thanks, bro. Jose 12T, Herbert or Stroud. I like Stroud. If not Purdy off to drop and get Murray, Browning, Purdy. Why? I know that's been okay. I'm gonna double check this right now. I'm gonna get this out of the way because I haven't been hearing. I have heard that, but let me double check because last I heard, it's like he's fine. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking into it. I'm just not seeing. Yeah, I don't see any reason. There's everything that I'm seeing is saying that it's not a big deal. Should be starting. Yeah, I see nothing about. Yeah, unless this is a last second thing, I'm not seeing anything. Any indication that Purdy ain't gonna go. If anything, it's like some sort of bullshit to get the Eagles off their shit. I don't know. That's the best thing I can think of. So yeah, I'm going Purdy. I guess Murray, if not, but definitely Purdy's gonna start. I don't see anything saying otherwise. So if you see something, send it to me because I haven't seen shit. Everything that I've seen has been good on Purdy. All right, unless I'm in a different fucking weird time warp. I don't know. Start 2 wide receivers, Chase, Waddle, or Pittman. Give me Chase and Pittman. So you haven't heard anything on Purdy Fit? No, I have not. I have heard nothing about this. Hey, if someone else has some information on that, let me know. But I'm looking at everywhere. I'm looking at injury updates. I'm looking at everything. I'm not seeing anything. No indication about Purdy being injured, hurt. I'm looking up Twitter. There's nothing. I looked up, I'm Google search Purdy injury. I ain't seeing shit. Where's this coming from, Matt? Who you hearing this from? I'd like to know because that's news to me. I mean, this shit's coming from out of nowhere. Sure, I mean, have a backup, or whatever. But I don't see, I don't hear anything. There was like a concern a few weeks ago, like a month ago, about Purdy possibly having like a concussion thing. But what I'm hearing this week is that we're looking past injuries. There's no injury issues. Um, it's like no information at all. I don't know. It's weird. All right, Luis. Should I roll with Sam Howell or Jared Goff? I'm gonna go Howell. Let me double check that. No, sorry. I mean, yes. Just because like Miami, yeah, they're gonna score a lot, which means that Washington's gonna need to score a lot. Sam Howell's capable of throwing the ball. I actually think that that's a good matchup. New Orleans, their defense can be pretty good, against quarterbacks. Goff has been he's just so volatile. You never know with this guy. You really never know what's going to happen, which Goff you're going to get. And it's a risky matchup. I don't like it. It's on the road. New Orleans it's been good. Um, yeah, I like Howell this week over Goff. All right. So let's get on with the show and let's get to my sleepers. I'm gonna go over my sleepers and deep dives real quick. We're gonna, if there's any more questions, we're gonna do that. Otherwise, we're gonna check in with injuries, weather updates, and then head out. All right. So, um, sorry, hold on a second. All right. So sleepers for you this week. All right. Running back is bottom of the barrel. We're scraping it hard this week, right? Because there's not a lot of sleepers. Anybody who's like a living, breathing running back is already picked up in every league. It's week 13. This is how it is every season. Finding a sleeper at running back is nearly impossible. So, yeah, I know I'm digging deep here, but Samaje Perine is someone who you actually could plug in and play in deeper leagues, or if you're desperate at the running back position, like if, you got tons of bye week blues, injury issues, things like that. Believe it or not, Samaje Perine's pretty good. He's been getting some attention over the past few weeks. Uh, so he's available in most leagues. He's eclipsed double-digit fantasy points 2 weeks in a row now. Could he make it 3? He definitely could, because he's obviously the number 2 back behind Javonte Williams for the Broncos. McLaughlin, no longer a threat. I thought he would be. Maybe he will be next year. We'll see. But this year, Samaje Perine's been the number 2 there. And as we've seen before, Denver likes to use that 1-2 punch, a running back. Obviously, Java's the top guy. But Samaje Perine's been getting enough carries. You could be looking at close to 10 touches for them. And then against the mediocre run defense of the Texans, that could, get some points for you. You could be looking at, if he gets a touchdown, he's going to be worth putting in at a flex. Cheap DFS play also this week. If you're in a pinch, you get the bye week blues. Hey, or you got like a sleeper league with like a ton of like fucking players you got to play. You might be forced to go after Perine. I'd start him over some of like the lesser running. I'd start him over some of the lesser starting running backs. I'd probably yeah, the bottom of the barrel ones. So anyway, moving on to wide receiver. Hey, here's a name that just keeps coming up over and over again last couple years, and it's made his way back in. As soon as Kyler Murray came back, what name are we hearing again? Greg Dortch. Dortch the Torch. That's right. He's crept back into our minds. He's occupied that area. We've seen it before. People, this guy's like the new Tim Patrick. Remember that? Tim Patrick? No one saw that coming on the Broncos. But week after week, he was like topping out Sutton and Judy, for targets and production on the Broncos wide receiver core. Yeah, Dortch. This is a guy who when Kyler Murray has been at the helm, Kyler likes this guy. He likes Rondale Moore. He likes Brown. But Dortch, this guy's been he's a sneaky guy. He's only 20%. He's under 20% owned. He's like 14%. Yeah, 14% owned. 17 targets in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, give me all of that shit. That's right. Since Murray's back, this guy's a viable wide receiver. So if you need a fill in, I think he's a good one to pick up. The matchups against the Steelers, beautiful. Couldn't be better. They suck ass at defending opposing wide receivers. And they're going to be focused on Brown and more so than they are Greg Dortch. I think McBride and Dortch both have great games. Not starting them over studs per se, but with the bye week blues, injury blues, Dortch might be someone you're using at the flex. And it's definitely a DFS play I love this week. All right. Let's move on to tight end. Brevin Jordan has been quiet this season because, of course, you got Dalton Schultz in there. Well, Dalton Schultz is out this week. Hey, big opportunity for Brevin Jordan with Stroud at QB. Jordan's been missing out on all the fun. Everyone else is getting it. Well, this week, that FOMO comes to the end because now he's going to be the one in there because because the wide receivers, hey, Denver's pretty strong. They got a strong, secondary. They got, strong defensive backs, Surtain and the rest of them. They've been stopping everyone. Denver has been pretty strong against wide receivers. They've got their defensive studs will be covering the wide receivers. So Stroud's going to have to get creative. Yeah, he's probably going to be running around a lot. I like Stroud this week, but I also like the tight end position. And this week, it's Brevin Jordan. The Broncos are giving up the most fantasy points to starting tight ends. Brevin Jordan's the tight end one for the Texans this week. So, hey, he's a good plug and play option. And he's only what? I don't know, something like 11% owned. Yeah, 11% owned. But he could be a top 10 tight end option this week. Sneaky play, and I love it. Don't sleep on this sleeper. All right, now let's move on to quarterback. Hey, Kenny Pickett hasn't been a starting fantasy quarterback at all this season, but the new look offense of the new Steelers or offensive coordinator, Eddie Faulkner, gives the playmakers on the team hope. And that, right? And that includes Kenny Pickett. Now, Muth looked better, Pickens looked better, and even Pickett looked better. Now, he's got a dream matchup against the shitbirds of the desert who give it up to QBs like a dirty little trailer park whore, ranking bottom 10 in fantasy points per game at the position. Yeah. So fuck it. It's a crazy ass week. By weeks like crazy. Let's roll the dice, shall we? Hey, if you're going to start picking anytime this week, this is the week to do it. If you're desperate at QB or you just want a really cheap DFS punt play, it's the way to go. It's kind of desperate, but hey, it's it's not for the squeamish, not for the weak of heart. One with a strong stomach can play Kenny Pickett this week. And if you think that's an iffy kind of play, a squeamish sort of play, check out my double deep danger dive of the week at QB. Yeah, I don't usually feature a lot of QBs, but I got something surprising for you. And this is where you all turn the show off and vow to never watch it again. All right, I get it. Because my double deep danger dive for this week is an elite quarterback. That's right. Of course, I'm talking about Joe Flacco. I know. I'll give you all a second to turn away. Let's see how many people turn off. And after I say Joe Flacco is my double deep danger dive of the week. Hey, you all stayed on. I think probably because you're curious to see why the fuck would I say that? Because it's crazy, right? Hey, first of all, it's a double deep danger dive of the week. It's ill-advised, but hear me out here. Don't fucking do this unless you have very few options. Like if it's between him and like Ritter or Bryce Young or something, yeah. I'm gonna start Flacco actually. Yeah, he hasn't played in a year. He's old. He isn't really elite, as we know, but it's slim pickings this week, and he's already got a rapport building with Cooper. Amari was saying that seeing Flacco out in practice was poetry in motion. There's some nice words there, and I could see those two connecting on some long bombs. He's gonna miss a few of them, but then he's gonna hit a couple of them long bomb touchdowns, and that's all you need for Flacco to be productive enough to start him over the 5 other guys that that might be left. If you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, it could happen. I know he's got like a 10-point floor and only like a 17-point ceiling, but that might be better than some of the other guys. Like I said, not for the squeamish, all right? But Flacco could actually be a viable start this week. I know it sounds crazy, but crazier things have happened. You look at the statistics when he's come back in before, when he's filled in before, he's actually done all right. So we'll see what happens. And he's going against a shitty pass defense of the Rams. So, I mean, it's not great, but we're down to bare bones, and some of your other options are even worse. All right. So, anyway, like I said, this is ill advised, but could actually pay off. Now, did I lose anyone? I can't believe I didn't. Wow, you're still here. Thank you. All right, let's plow through the rest of this shit because I gotta fucking get on and start tinkering and stinkering myself. So here we go. Atlanta Falcons. We're moving on to defenses. All right. Streaming defenses this week. I like Atlanta Falcons. This might be the only week that I'm really considering playing the Falcons' terrible D because, well, Tim Boyle is a worse QB than the Falcons are a defense. Mathematically speaking, that makes Atlanta a start, and it's not even really close. I love both defenses in this matchup, but Jets are likely taken in your league, so I like the other half if you need a streaming defense. And again, Tim Boyle, analysis done. There you go. If you have few options, Atlanta might actually help you this week. I also like Indianapolis. They've got a top 10 fantasy defense, but are only 30% owned. What the fuck? That's fucking nuts. Pick them up. What are you doing? Especially this week as they take on Will Levis, in the Titans, who, well, Will's been kind of dismal since that first crazy week when he went fucking nuts. All right. He hasn't been that way since. So seems like that was fool's gold to me. And it seems like a long time ago now, right? Well, Indianapolis has been one of the best defenses over the past 3 weeks, especially. And I like that trend to continue. I actually like the Colts over the Falcons this week. And if those are both gone, if you're bottom of the barrel here, Los Angeles Rams, hey, they were once a top fantasy defense and they've fallen from grace. But this week, they could see those big numbers once again, like the old school days, right? Cleveland is starting Joe Flacco. And like I said, it's double deep danger dive. And that could be a decent sneaky move for fantasy, but I think it's actually going to be more of a boon for the Rams D, more likely. So they're only 34% owned. Pick them up if you need a D. Kickers, let's move on. Will Lutz is probably available in your league and has been a lot better of late. The Mile Highness of Denver helps keep kickers a lot, but they're off. But the thing is, Denver's offense has been better. So even though they're on the road this weekend's Houston, hey, I still like Lutz. Kicking in the dome too, that helps. They're gonna need to score a lot of points, kind of an open and shut case there. So there you go. I like Lutz. I think he's gonna be a good choice today. I also like Matt Gay. Hey, great kicker, good offense, great matchup. He should be started every week, but this is a particularly good week to start Matt Gay. So just do it. No reason not to. And then I like Jake Moody. He needs to be owned in over 50% of leagues. He's only owned in 40% of leagues right now. The Niners have been great last few weeks. They're going to need to score a lot of points this week against the Eagles, but the Eagles are going to stop them in some situations, which means that Moody will likely be kicking, when they're stopped in the red zone. So I see a lot of field goals from Moody. Bank on that shit. Moody gets over 10 fantasy points this week. So there you go. That was a quick one. Let's go look at your questions and we'll answer all those and get the fuck out of here. All right. I'm late, says Richard. Good morning. Hey, I was late too. It's okay. Ridley or Puka PPR. I'm going Ridley. Just I can't start Puka over studs. Not right now. Not unless Cooper Cup goes down. Let's hope he doesn't. Kansas City or Jets defense. I like Jets defense this week. I like them a lot against Atlanta. Ritter gives up a lot of turnovers, and the Jets defense is pretty good. Puka or Dortch, Man, that's a tough one. Excuse me. I guess I would go Puka for the upside there, but I understand why you would go Dortch. I'm gonna go slight nod to Puka there. Muth or Ingram, man, that's a really tough one. That one's really close. I think they're both gonna be top 10 tight end options this week. Um, I like Ingram slightly over Fryermuth, but it's really close. Both of them have good matchups. I just think that let me look at something though. With the way that they're utilizing Fryermuth, that makes that really, really attractive. But Ingram's been getting some targets as well, and I trust their quarterback more. That's what it comes down to. Fryermuth as a tight end, it's not as great a matchup. Arizona is doing all right against tight ends, so I really actually think that it's going to be a better game for the likes of Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, more so than Fryermuth. In fact, actually, I think Najee Harris is going to have a really big game for them. Fryermuth might scale him back a little bit against the elite options, and I think Ingram is kind of up there on the cusp of eliteness, at least top 10. So yeah, I like Ingram. Jack's defense of the Saints, I like Jacksonville. I worry about the Saints defense this week. I had that up. Give me a second. Let's see. Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah, Saints versus Detroit. I mean, come on. Lions, they just score a lot of points. So, I mean, I don't think New Orleans is a defense I'm starting this week. I think against Browning and the Bengals, I think that there's opportunities there for the Jaguars who've been playing much better as a defense, and they're a good defense coming into the year. I think that that's a good matchup for them this week. Give me the Jags all day. Good question though. Juwan Johnson or Brevin Jordan in the tight end spot. I like Brevin Jordan this week. I know I was looking at. Let's see if I look at my rankings for tight ends. I didn't. I had Dalton Schultz in there because I wasn't sure if he was playing or not, and turns out he's not. So I actually like Brevin Jordan in that spot. I think he could be a top 10 tight end this week. So there you go. Standard PPR doesn't matter. I like him. With DJ Moore off, I'm going with DeAndre Hopkins over Amari Cooper. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I think some of those long bombs for Cooper, I like it. I think I think that could be surprising. I think you're gonna be surprised. I see why you do that, but I think you're gonna be surprised. Minshew or Pickett or Carr, Minshew. Don't get too cute with it. Pickens or D Hop in half point PPR. Um, that's a very close. That's a very close one. Um, let me look at something here. Bear with me a moment. Yeah, I like D Hop a little bit, just a little bit more, just because. Hold on. I mean, it's not by much. It's not by much, but it's hard. It's just hard to trust what's going on with the like who exactly is going to be getting the ball, for Pittsburgh. I don't know if I'm really ready to trust that enough. We know D Hop's getting the attention, so I got a slight nod to D Hop in that one. What are we growing for the Niners and Eagles game? It's the wintertime. I ain't growing shit. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have some chicken wings, honestly. Alejandro Meza, what's up? Colts D or Jets D this week? I hear you say I like the Colts. I do. I do like the Colts. Not quite as much as the Jets. It's a toss up. You could go either way. Flip a fucking coin. I go Jets, but like I said, if you're really feeling the Colts, go with the Colts. All right, so that's it on the question. That's pretty much it. Um, Let me look real quick and see if there's any real like updates on injuries and things like that. I'm not seeing much. Uh anyway, yeah, there's lots that needs to be done. Okay, so sorry, looking at some other things here. Injury reports. Rain for the Patriots game. I like the defenses in that one. Atlanta and the Jets, same thing. Got rain there. Arizona, Pittsburgh, same thing. Like the defenses there. But I mean, I like some of the offensive players too. But now the gust of wind, 30 miles per hour, that's gonna that's gonna hurt things. That's gonna hurt things. You know, I might want to move Murray and pick it down a little bit. Actually, seeing that you got some last second questions on that, put that in there. But you know, there's still. I mean, like Murray, I'm less concerned about than Pickett. So maybe Pickett's not quite such a great option this week with that weather report in mind. Uh, I had 10 minutes before game start. All right. I don't see any other questions about injuries. I think I pretty much answered all of that. So anyway, there it is. Good show. Hey, love you all. Thank you for coming. And like I said, I wish it would have been a better one. I'm Mexican. No season is stopping us grilling chicken legs. Let's go, Niners. Hey, I respect that. I want some Mexican style chicken wings. Make some for me and send it to me, Richard, for my birthday. Yeah. Matt, thanks for all your help. Good luck this week. Thank you. You too, my man. Thank you. Hashtag TyRant Gang. Good luck, everyone. Thank you. You too, Mr. Singh. Thanks, TyRant. Good luck to all my friends. Hey, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you next week for another Take a Stick of Power Hour. All right. Until then, good luck, everyone. I'm out.